Hey there guys, Tim here from Concise Tech. So I'm part of Team Pixel, which means they sent out the Pixel 6 Pro. So I'm going to be doing some content around that phone. Today I thought it would be cool to go back and look at some of the previous Pixel devices and kind of how this Pixel 6 Pro, which is the biggest phone that they've made to date, compares in size to some of those past models. So the Pixel 2 is a phone that I actually bought myself back in like 2016. That was kind of the first device that I'd bought myself, and honestly the size of the phone and the actual body is not, crazy small compared to the Pixel 6 Pro, but the big thing is those bezels on there are pretty darn chunky. So looking at that Pixel 6 Pro compared to the Pixel 2, this Pixel 2's got some pretty chunky bezels on that compared to definitely this Pixel 6 Pro. I mean, this full device is basically all screen, so there's definitely a huge difference there. There are definitely though some people that are coming over from the Pixel 2. I've had a couple people reach out to me and tell me that they're actually upgrading from that Pixel 2. The Pixel 3a, honestly, it was a pretty kind of taller phone, and you had a good amount of screen real estate on that phone. So not a huge difference, and again, there's going to be definitely a huge step up when you're coming from that Pixel 3a up to the Pixel 6 or the Pixel 6 Pro. But size-wise, not a huge jump. If you go to the 4a and the 5 actually, so the 4a is honestly, I think, that was one of my favorite phones to use just from a use case perspective, and the Pixel 6 Pro you kind of see here, it's a big device. I mean, my hand covers that much of it, you can kind of see here. I don't have the biggest hands, so as far as like reaching screen real estate and getting all the way up, you can see trying to reach all the way up across and kind of get to all of the edges of this phone is really difficult to do for me with one hand. With the Pixel 4a, that's something I was able to do. And same thing, honestly, the Pixel 5, slightly bigger, but same idea. The Pixel 5 was a great form factor for me. Very easy to use. At the same time though, this Pixel 6 Pro's got a lot more screen real estate for media, for navigation, all that kind of stuff. If you're gonna be streaming with this, doing any kind of video or photo editing, having the screen real estate on here is nice. Now honestly, this Pixel 5a, which is the most recent device before the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, is not too far off. This was the biggest device they had made, really. This was actually bigger than the 5 and everything. You can kind of see, both phones right here. Both of these are in cases, but you can see the Pixel 6 Pro is definitely bigger. I think the Pixel 6 is probably about the size of this Pixel 5a. Definitely still a bit bigger on that Pixel 6 Pro. So if you're coming though from the Pixel 5a, size-wise, you're not going to be making too huge of a jump. So it's probably not going to, take too much. It's going to be less of a learning curve going to this Pixel 6 Pro. But yeah, it's kind of funny because then when I go back and touch that Pixel 5a, it is very similar to this Pixel 6 Pro because it just stands out size-wise. So there you have it, guys. Those are my phones that I've used in the past from Google here. They have sent out this Google 6 Pro. That was a gift from them. So I'm going to be doing a lot of other content around the Google 6 Pro, and I'm also going to be doing some of the new features. But I also have some plans to do some of the comparisons with some of these phones, especially the more recent ones like the 4A and the 5 and the 5A. So subscribe if you're into that kind of content. That subscribe icon is going to be popping up right here. One of the related videos covering the Pixel 6 Pro will probably be right over here. But yeah, please like this video if you found it helpful. That does help out. And I'll see you guys on the next one.